and the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. I finished too. Great.
Wentz now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 52 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. He can't get him down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Wentz to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up fourth down. They run for it with a jive. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Detroit!
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw here.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Aguayo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
If we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did. We see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back late down the middle.
All right, here we go. Boom,
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff looking right. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. They'll roll him out right. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Come on now. Come on now.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing now is Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. Spinning away. How did he stay on his feet? And he's got this down to the 35. Play action, they'll throw. A dump off to Elliott. Finding room inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Again to Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz sliding out of the pocket. Oh, Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Elliott. And some room to work. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Extra point, good by Aguayo. And that makes the score 21-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Play action. Now Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Here's Ajayi. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From midfield, here's Wentz. Steps away to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. They'll drop the throw.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 49 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Leopard! Leopard! Hot! Hot!
Now Elliott. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bears will extend their lead. And he's able to put it through. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right? I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Here's Wentz to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. On play action, Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 41. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
All right, here we go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. To return it, Alvin Kamara. Oh, Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers.
And oh, he coughed it up. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Take 4! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On third down, it's Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bears continue to pour it on. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On play action, it's Wentz. Out to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran wrong.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Eagles have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Steps away. And this is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Here we go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And this one is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Flush to his right. He can run for it. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And they will take over at at the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Elliott. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Here we go now.
Here's Elliott. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Aguayo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to throw. A nice little juke. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And welcome back. We are in the city of... They go to Elliott again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the right side, this is Miller. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run with Elliott, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Bears add on. And he puts it through. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well, he's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
And he is out of bounds here. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Eagles have recovered.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game. And they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Ajayi escapes it. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They fake the give. Now Wentz. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup at 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun, it's Wentz. He finds Ajayi. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw is Wentz. Buying time, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Check. More Tokyo. Check. Hey, empty. Empty.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. On the move to his left. He's gonna let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears will get the football back. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. Pushes past him, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
This is Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go.
A give to Elliott running left. And he spins through. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
And what an accomplishment.